Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So for today I'm going to show you how I did page 2 and 3 of this Dylusions Folio. And this video is divided in two parts, in part 2a and 2b, because the video was getting too long. It was almost 1.5 hours and I thought, no, that's not good. So I divided this video in two parts, in 2a and 2b. So if you finished watching this video, then you can head over to part 2b. Alright, so I'm starting off with some pink flamingo and bubblegum pink, and I'm just putting the paint on the paper with some baby wipe. Very easy, very quick to do, and I use this technique quite a lot. Next thing that I'm doing is that I'm searching for a few stencils. And I've chosen the Cheddar Diamond, the In Bloom stencil, and the Stitch in Time, but I didn't use that one. And I'm using the small ones, the small stencils. And here I'm just using a blending tool to stencil with. Just be sure that you use a tiny bit, just a little drop to for stenciling, or all the paint will seep through the stencils, and yeah, that's not really what we want. Tiny paint will get you far. So yeah. Okay, so these are the backgrounds. Okay, so this looks complicated, but I promise you that it isn't. As you can see, I've cut out some pieces. I first cut out the paper in the width of the page, and then I've used a journal block and I've cut it out in the desired width that I wanted. And now you can see that these are some pockets that you can put something in, like tags or something else. And those pockets needs to be decorated. I've decided not to use these tags, and I did something else. The tiny pieces, the narrow ones, these two, are also done with the Dylusions journal block, and they're like 1.5 inch. And I use them as the border for the pockets. This is some black marble paint, and I'm just using a brush to paint everything, because that's a little bit quicker. Now guys, I'm having a problem with the Ranger blending foams. Usually, when I'm done with painting or using them, I like to clean them with water, just plain cold water. But the black thing that's on the blending foam, they get loose, and and when they dry, they're two parts instead of one, and I'm like, okay, so I can't use them anymore. So I don't know if anyone else is having a problem with the Ranger blending foams. If you do, please leave a comment down below because I would like to know. Okay, so these are the envelopes, and I'm using the colors Lemon Zest and Tangerine Dream for the first one. And I'm like, what the heck am I doing now? Okay, this is some Tangerine Dream. And I'm thinking about which stencil to use, and I think that I've used the Betsy's block and the Fresh Dots. Yes. Fresh Dots is one of my favorite stencils. And it's so good for gel printing. And the next one is Betsy's block. Alright. I messed up the other one with the colors. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it, so I cut out another one. And this time I'm using Laidback, Lilac and crushed Grape. But I can't remember which stencils I've been using. I love purple. Purple and pinks are my favorite colors. I'm more of a I'm more fan of the warm colors and the cool colors, but it's okay. This is the, I think this is the Jester stencil, and this is the alphabet. I can't remember. Anyway, I'll put all the stuff that I've used down in the description box below. You see what the black does with the color? It makes it pop even more, so that's why I love to use black. Okay, next. Time to glue the pages, or glue the envelope to the pages. And I'm using some double-sided tape. You see the difference? Yeah. I just put a dot there so that I can remember which side I have to use to put the tape down. And I do that with everything. I like this tape, it's good tape. It's from, I buy everything mostly from one shop. I buy a lot from the Scrapbook Depot, scrapbookdepot.com, I think. I can't remember the name of the store where I buy everything. The person there who answering the mails and everything, and she is amazing, and nothing is too much, you know. It's like if I have a question, she always likes to help me out, and yeah, she's a very nice person. The customer service of this shop is very good. It's scrapbookdepot.nl. We also have doodling.nl, which is also a Dutch online shop. The thing is that Doodling has a shop that you can visit as well, but they are too far away from me. And you can also go to the scrapbookdepot.nl, but they are also too far out of my district. Is that the right word? I did not end up using this third one, I have to say. No, I did not end up using that one. I just used the first two black pieces. And I'm thinking about if I should add the third piece of paper, yes or no, but in the end I didn't do it. The branch that I stamped on the page on the left top is one of the new stamps of Dylusions, which is called Special Branch. I hope I pronounce it like it should. And the first tuck in envelope is going to be placed like that. You see, so nice and easy when you use double-sided tape. If you use just wet glue or any type of glue, it will become a big mess. Now for the black pieces I do use glue. Just wiping away the glue stuff thingy from my mat, and made a little adjustment. This is the other one, the purple one. Oh yeah, I found something on Amazon that I really would like to share with you. I found a awesome standard for your Dylusions paints. Dino Wakley paints, distress paints, everything will fit in there. Also the the Ranger stickles will also fit there in perfectly. And it's a standard, and it's like 28 euros, around 28-30 euros, something like that. You get also a thing with it where you can put your brushes and your pens and or your pencils or whatever. And it's from Amazon, and I love it. All the sprays, the Dylusion sprays and the Dylusion shimmer paints, the regular paints, the stickles, everything fits in that standard. I already have 2 of them. I need 1 more, then I can put all the shimmers, the painty shimmers in the 3rd one, and that it makes my desk so organized that it makes it a little bit more fun to work in my craft room. So these are the stamps that I'm using. These clockwork, the Foliage Fillers. Let me adjust my crown further around the edge, and the Special Branch. Those lines that you see in the middle, the lines will be used to do some hand lettering. But first we're going to do some coloring. And most people know that I only use the Dylusions inks for the coloring part. Sometimes I use my pencils, but most of the time I only use the inks. So I'm starting off with some Which are the colors? I don't even know. I can't remember which colors I've used. Let me take a peek at my little piece of paper where I've wrote the most of the things down. No, this is just some London Blue and Dirty Martini. London Blue or Calypso Teal, one of those two. I'm just coloring the dots. And you guys, I hope that you're having fun with watching this folio. And the thing is that I can't remember the name or the brand of this folio. I did purchase it with scrapbookdepot.nl, and even they can find it. So I think that I have to check all the previous orders to find out the name or the brand of this folio. So yeah, I'm not happy with that because I want to have another folio. Maybe I should make one. Maybe that's an option as well. I don't know. What do you think? That could be nice as well. You know, making my own folio with a lot of interactive pages. That could be fun. Maybe that is something to think about to do like in the future. Because the problem that I'm having is that I can't even cut a straight line even when I'm using a trimmer. Even with a trimmer, I managed to get everything crooked. Yeah, I'm telling you, I am the worst with that. Okay, this is some polished jade. And the brushes that I'm using are the Ranger brushes, the regular Ranger brush, and I also like to use my Winsor & Newton water brushes. The Winsor & Newton water brush, the brush is so small that I can do like the tiniest things. I can color in the tiniest things with no problem. That's what I like about the Winsor & Newton brushes. And they are affordable, which is also a big plus point. This is just some Dirty Martini, and I think it's Calypso Teal. And I will also be using After Midnight. Now, After Midnight is a color that has been discontinued, but I managed to get 2 bottles of them. And I hope that the new color, the Indigo, will also get a inky bottle. Because After Midnight was a beautiful color. And you can water it down and soften the color, or you can just leave it as it is. The only thing that I found out with the After Midnight is that it comes off the paper very quickly. Even when it's dry, it will give you blue fingers. So yeah, that's the only downside of the After Midnight ink. I think the Slate Grey and Melted Chocolate are also discontinued, but the funny thing is that I can still get them in my shop. So yeah, I think that After Midnight is truly discontinued, but Slate Grey and Melted Chocolate is still available, but you have to do your research. And when you find them, buy a few of them and not only one. Although these are colors that I don't like to use very often, but they are very good for skin tones and shading. this is, by the way, this is some Tangerine Dream. The orange color is Tangerine Dream. The neck has been colored with two Posca pens, the black and a white Posca pen, which I didn't record. And I love the color, it's so relaxing. And usually when I'm coloring, I'm listening to a book or listening to some music. It's one of those two. Okay. This is the After Midnight. And right now I'm listening to the... Let me check which book I'm listening to. I'm listening to Jennifer L. Armentrout or Armentrout, I don't know how to pronounce it. And I prefer to listen in the English language because that's usually the original language where which has the book been written in, and the translations doesn't always do it justice. So I prefer to listen in the original language. Like the Harry Potter books, love them. But when I'm listening to it in the Dutch language, it's not the same. It's just the names and everything is no. I prefer to listen it to in the English language. And the app that I'm using is the Storytel, and it's not a free app. You have to pay for it. Like, it's a subscription, but I love it. It's very it has a large range of books and very how you say it, there's something for everyone. You know, it's not only one genre, or it has everything. It's I love it. I really, really love it. You see how pretty the After Midnight pink ink is? Oh my gosh. My tongue is twisted. And this is some melted chocolate for the shoe. And I'll let it dry, because if I'm going to continue with painting, then the paint will run, and we don't want that. Okay, this face comes from the I can't. Let me adjust my crown. No, that's not it. Let me check. I thought I had it written down, but I think I missed one stamp. I'm starting off with some Bubblegum pink. Who doesn't like pink, right? I love pink. I always use pink in my coloring, doodling, or whatsoever. Oh, it's the Let Me Adjust My Crown. This hat comes from Let Me Adjust My Crown. I was right. Okay, no problem. And I'm using some Calypso Teal for the eye. As you can see, I'm using a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit from the ink. You just have to be careful that you don't put out a lot of ink out of the bottle. Sometimes it does happen. That kind of sucks. Oops, oh well. I just love After Midnight. I love the color. And that's some Tangerine Dream. Oh, I also love cherry pie. I never used that color, never, ever, like ever, ever, ever. But now, my love for that color has grown. Let me put it in that way. It's beautiful, warm red color. And I prefer cherry pie above postbox red. Yes. I know, I know. Cherry pie has also a little bit pink in it. So yeah, I think that's why. And some more blue. So I'm wondering, the last two videos has just been me talking. Do you prefer me talking through the videos or do you prefer music? I have to say that I hate doing voiceovers, but I'm getting more used to it and it's getting easier. So maybe I will stick to the voiceover. It takes a little bit more time, but it makes the video a little bit more personal, I think. Then I can share more with you guys, and then I can share more details of the work. I think it's easier and more fun for you. But let me know what you guys think. I know that a lot of you guys like to watch me color, and I'm like doing the voiceover, watching myself color, and I'm like, it's boring. It's boring to watch. But for the guys who like to watch it, I put in the coloring part as well. Just to be clear, there is a part B of this video, and it's also on YouTube on my channel. And if you finish this part, then you can check part B. And there will be some gel printing. Yes. When I finish this project, I will do a gel print session, I think. Okay, so this is some vanilla custard, which is watered down with some water. And I'm using it as a skin tone. You could also use desert sand or melted chocolate as a skin tone. You can even use the brown coffee as skin tone. I thought there's one more darker color. I think it's brown coffee. I don't know for sure. When you use like the peony blush as a skin color, it will be the doll will look like, the skin will look like it's been burned. Yeah. I don't like that. So I prefer to stick with the vanilla custard and the melted chocolate. And the hair, I usually give all types of different colors. Why not? Imagine that your own hair will look like that. I think that will be pretty cool. No, that you can put all the colors in your hair without any problems or whatsoever. That would be very cool. Okay, so this is some cut grass and teal, Calypso teal. And part A of this video is almost finished. And here you can see me coloring in the special branch leaves. And I'm just starting with the green, and then I will put some blue on top to give it a little bit more depth. And this video is almost done. So I hope that you like this Dylusions Folio project. Part B will also is also already online. So if you liked watching part A, then you can continue to see part B. And this is page 2 and 3 of the folio, and hopefully by the end of the week, oops, that went a little bit wrong. Hopefully at the end of the week I will have page 4 and 5 ready for you. And I hope that you are having fun watching the video, as much as fun as I had making it. And I think that I will do more projects like this, you know, more interactive projects. It's just so much fun, and it's you can be creative in another way. Instead of working in a journal, it gives you more freedom. And I just love to work like this. It's different. As you can see, there's a little gap between the pages, but that's okay, because if I would stick the pages tightly together, then the page would not be able to bend. So I had to do it like this. And for so far this video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you at part B. Bye bye everybody!